Good morning, upper secondary social studies students. I'm Mr. Seow, and today I want to talk about the social studies essay, question 6, the blah blah essay. We have done this before, so this will be a recap as well as your practice for an issue 2 topic. Before I proceed, you should have with you your blah blah worksheet or question 6 blah blah essay for issue 2 on the Nasi Lemak Burger. Issue 2 is living in a diverse society. We have moved on from issue 1, which was citizenship and governance. So you should have this worksheet. You should have your writing materials. And please have your textbook with you, because for this particular topic that we'll grapple with today about fusion products, there will be one segment of the textbook that will be very relevant and useful, in particular from page 158 onwards, starting with fusion in fashion. Okay. So let's proceed. Let's do a quick recap. Recall that the blah blah essay is about generating and explaining two ideas, right? Any two ideas, two blah blahs. And these tap on and rely on your divergent thinking, right? It's not about what you can memorize a priori, not about what you know already from your textbook, but rather when you look at a prompt, can you respond to it creatively? Can you come up with new ideas that effectively answer the question? So that's what this tests you. And concretely, if you were to move to the social studies website, there's a set of past year questions that help to structure what a blah blah essay might look like. For instance, in 2023, how can you encourage young people to help those in need? Explain your answer with reference to two ways. Or 2022, in your opinion, what lessons can young people in Singapore learn from the spread of foreign popular culture? Explain your answer with reference to two lessons. Or in 2021, in your opinion, what can be done to address the needs of those in the lower income group in Singapore? Explain your answer with reference to two ways. Or 2020, what important messages would you share with Singaporeans to help reduce the amount of plastic waste generated? Explain your answer with reference to two messages. So this blah blah essay could really ask you to think up of any two ideas and two blah blahs, two ways, two lessons, two messages, two benefits, two reasons, two strategies, and you have to respond on your feet creatively with divergent thinking. So to come back to today's worksheet, issue 2 is about living in a diverse society, and the prompt or the extract I picked today is the Nasi Lemak Burger. For those of you who remember, McDonald's ran this new product, which is what they called the Nasi Lemak Burger. And if you look closely, you can see in this product, right, within the patty, the American buns that put a burger together, the patty, right, you have the fried egg, the sambal chili, the cucumber, and right, the crispy chicken. And these are elements of the sort of the Malay Nasi Lemak. And so you have here in this Nasi Lemak Burger a fusion or combination of two different cultures, right? The American, the Western burger, as well as the Malay culture Nasi Lemak. And so given this prompt, we can come up with any number of blah blah questions. And for today, I have come up with 5. So the first question, in your opinion, how do fusion products promote cultural appreciation? Explain your answer with reference to two ways. And then, in your opinion, how can businesses increase cultural exchange in Singapore? Explain your answer with reference to two strategies. In your opinion, how do fusion products affect traditional cultures? Explain your answer with reference to two impacts. In this case, the term fusion products refer to cultural fusion. So maybe you can just highlight and then right at the side, maybe on the left of the worksheet, is cultural fusion. So it can be in fashion, it can be in food, and so on. And then, as usual, there are the Blahblahs, 2 ways, 2 strategies, 2 impacts. And the next question, in your opinion, why would businesses choose to introduce fusion products? Explain your answer with reference to 2 reasons. And finally, in your opinion, what messages can the government share to highlight the importance of cultural diversity? Explain your answer with reference to 2 messages. So we see here that from this single prompt of the Nasi Lemak Burger, which is a fusion food introduced by McDonald's that combines Western culinary culture of the burger, the burger, along with the Malay culinary culture of the nasi lemak filling, right? This fusion food that I could have generated easily 5 different blah blah questions asking for ways, for strategy, for impact, for reason, and for messages. So what we will do, I will go through the answering technique with you. I'll perhaps do 1 or 2 questions in this video, and then you will do the rest on your own and submit all 5 paragraphs at the next social studies lesson. Again, if you want to look for examples, good examples to use for your essays, please refer to social studies textbook page 158 onwards. All right. So let's recap. For all your social studies essays, we use the peel paragraph construction technique, the peel frame, the peel writing frame. So the 4 elements of peel are point, elaborate. Elaborate means giving an example, saying more about your point, explanation, and link. So let's first look at let's first look at 6A. In your opinion, how do fusion products promote cultural appreciation? So the focus here is about increasing cultural appreciation, and we are looking at examples. We need to elaborate more on fusion products. So we need to elaborate here on fusion products. We need to tell the audience what fusion products we know about, what is cultural fusion, and then this part, promote cultural appreciation, this is the explanation, right? How does fusion product lead to appreciation? So this in the question already contains the demands of your answer, right? How do fusion products promote cultural appreciation? Explain your answer in reference to 2 ways. So you need to come up with 2 different ways by which fusion products, and say more about this. What are fusion products? What example of fusion product do you have? How does that drive and increase cultural appreciation? That is your explanation. So the first way is by encouraging cultural exchange. Okay, what do we mean? Let's talk about roti prata. So recently, I went to Springleaf, this sort of roti prata chain, and I noticed that Springleaf has a lot of different roti prata types. So you have your egg prata, you have your onion prata, those are the more traditional ones. But recently, I've noticed there's banana prata, there's strawberry prata, there's ice cream prata. So that got me thinking, right? That got me thinking, which is, isn't this an example of fusion? It's an example of fusion. So if roti prata is a South Indian sort of food, what is it fusing with to have these bananas in this bread sort of vibe? And actually it is the French crepe. So the French, let me show you. So the French, right, they tend to have these sort of bread-like products that go with berries, and then they eat it sugared like that. So So the banana prata or the strawberry prata or the ice cream prata is very much a mix between South Indian bread traditions and the French toppings. And so this is cultural exchange between Indian and French culinary styles. And consumers get to enjoy new tastes inspired by culinary tradition from other places. And businesses can market new products to increase their sales. So I am elaborating here on the fusion products. I'm saying more about how these fusion products encourage cultural exchange. Now I need to hit the idea of appreciation. I need to explain how and why is it that by having this banana prata or strawberry prata, how does that lead to appreciation? And the meaning of appreciation is enjoyment. The meaning of appreciation is um support or mutual liking. So liking, enjoyment, support, these elements make up appreciation. I appreciate this other culture because I support, I enjoy that culture. So how does this exchange increase appreciation? Well, one way is that we will learn from other cultures. Please highlight this in your worksheet, by the way. We we will increase our understanding and respect towards different culture because we have learned their good points and therefore we appreciate them. Furthermore, as we enjoy this banana prata, this strawberry prata, we want to find out even more about the background. Oh, who was the one that started by putting banana and strawberry and so on in the crepe? Uh, who came up with this good idea, right? And as we want to explore and learn more about other cultures, we are more grateful for all these good traditions that are passed on that lead to our very delicious food, fusion food today. And so fusion product, by encouraging us to learn more about other people's culture, creates appreciation, liking, and support. Fusion products, by making the chef and the business and the artisan want to go and learn about the strong points of different cultural tradition, increase exchange, increase understanding, and increase respect, which leads to liking and support uh, and appreciation of the other cultures. So this is one P. All right. What I would like you to do, now that I've decomposed and deconstructed and analyzed this sample paragraph for you, what I would like you to do is to attempt your own PU essay here. And same as the previous Blahblah essay worksheet, I have given a set of example points which you can use. But you can also choose your own point. And please pause the video and try. If not writing out the paragraph, at least coming up with some bullet points at the side of the worksheet. Some bullet points. Flip through your textbook, page 158 for some examples. And I hope you did that. So I'm gonna go through this first question and let's try to construct a paragraph together. How do fusion products promote cultural appreciation? Okay, another way is by spreading awareness of different cultures. All right, so I have come up with the point. So I need to go with the example. For example, what other example do I have? Well, let us use the example that was given in the extract, but we need to say more about it. For example, the Nasi Lemak Burger was introduced by McDonald's as a combination of the different culinary cultures, of different culinary traditions. The burger is a Western fast food invention, while the Nasi Lemak filling, including sambal, chili, cucumber, and the fried chicken patty draws from Malay Malay culture. All right, so I have this example. McDonald's, I just want one more sentence. McDonald's is a multinational fast food company with outlets around Singapore and the world. So as a result, the fusion food, the Nasi Lemak Burger. Just a recap, just to make my thinking visible. What I did was I put out the point. How do fusion products promote cultural appreciation? My point is by spreading awareness of different culture. And then I elaborated, for example, I talk about the Nasi Lemak Burger, how it's a fusion food, how it has two culture, Malay and Western. I give the elements of the food that is the fusion, right? That is the burger, and then there is the bun, the burger buns, and then there is the filling, the Nasi Lemak filling. And now my goal my goal is to lead to appreciation. I need to highlight the idea of appreciation, which we said was liking, was support, was embracing. So how do I lead to liking, support, and embracing? Right? That is the explanation I need to come up with. And I'm gonna do so. The Nasi Lemak Burger, as a fusion product, creates a better spreads awareness of the different culinary traditions from Malay and Western cultures across a diverse population. People from all cultures get to learn about the taste of Nasi Lemak and of burgers, and enjoy, and through their enjoyment will like and support both cultures, which thus builds appreciation, thus building appreciation. Furthermore, the delicious fusion food may inspire more adventurous attempts at cultural fusion products. This would lead to greater cultural explorations and exchange, further enhancing mutual understanding and gratitude for different cultural traditions and products. Thus, I'm done. I've shown how this spreading awareness leads to appreciation. Thus, fusion products promote cultural appreciation by spreading awareness of different cultures. All right. So this is a sample paragraph that links together clearly how the fusion product leads to greater appreciation. I could add one more sentence here, more adventurous sentence. The creators of such fusion products would need to find out and learn more about different cultures. This encourages greater cultural exploration. Yeah, okay. So this would be a strong PU paragraph that demonstrates how the fusion product here leads to more awareness more learning, more exchange, and therefore supporting and liking and understanding and gratitude and appreciation for different cultures. Okay, second question. 6b, in your opinion, how can businesses increase cultural exchange in Singapore? Explain your answer with reference to two strategies. One strategy is to organize partnerships. So this is one way. What do we mean? For example, the sailing companies could partner with the Chinese Cultural Center, organize dragon boating competition during the Dragon Boat Festival. Now, how do you know that there's a Dragon Boat Festival in Singapore? For Blahblah essays, you will realize this quickly. You need to have a wealth of knowledge about current affairs, about social and cultural knowledge and facts, because this repertoire of knowledge lends itself to writing your Blahblah essays. Yes, there's no fixed content to memorize from the textbook, which means all the more that you need to have a wide range of general knowledge, because for Blahblah essays, it is possible to write hypothetical examples, but these are not as convincing as actual real life examples. And the test for whether your example is a good example, whether your elaboration is a good elaboration, is whether the examiner, when reading your essay, is convinced and can visualize what you are trying to say. So therefore, an example like this, given here about organizing a dragon boating competition during the annual Dragon Boat Festival, this is a suggestion. This is a hypothetical idea. But it is grounded in the fact that there is a Dragon Boat Festival which is linked to Chinese culture. And so this example makes a lot of sense. It is a viable partnership. Another example, drama companies could work with the Indian Heritage Center to stage the production of dramas such as the Ramayana or the Mahabharata. And so it doesn't need to be a difficult example. It could be something you already know from your own cultural background that you draw out as an example. Right. And so there's drama company, there's sailing company. So these companies can partner with the cultural organizations. Now I need to link it to increasing cultural exchange. So why is it that by partnering different organizations, there's cultural exchange? Well, on one hand, businesses can spread awareness of the cultural traditions, and that leads to greater cultural awareness and exchange, because by partnering different companies, they hold activities which leads more people to be aware of these cultural traditions. Furthermore, by having the partnerships, both the business and cultural organization benefit from more or from a higher profile, from more marketing outreach. The cultural events gain greater exposure and a wider audience. And so there's more cultural knowledge, which will boost cultural appreciation and exchange. And thus, businesses can increase cultural exchange through partnerships with cultural organizations. That is a second way. That is the second explanation for how partnerships can lead to cultural exchange. All right. And then I leave you to write this paragraph on your own. The example I gave was create fusion products. So you could even use the example of McDonald's or Nasi Lemak Burger here and explain how this business, McDonald's, can increase cultural exchange through the fusion product. I'll leave this to you. It will be quite similar to the first question. The third question is on the impacts of fusion products. There's erosion of traditional cultures or greater awareness towards traditional cultures. Right, this is a negative impact, erosion. This is a positive impact, awareness. So when the question is impacts, it could be negative or positive. Take note that if the question is like the O-Level 2019 question, which is about benefits of Smart Nation, it can only be positive. So the 2019 O-Level question on benefits, it can only be on positive impacts. But in the case of the question I've asked you here, it can be both negative and positive because the word impact is neutral. If it's benefit, it can only be positive impact. if it's cost, it can only be negative impact. Okay. And then there's reasons, and then there's messages. I leave you to write the rest of the essays on your own. I only want to say one more thing, which is that the idea of erosion of traditional cultures. You can read more on page 160 of the textbook about dilution of culture, and it is relevant. It was the source-based case study for O-level Social Studies 2018 about cultural or about dilution of cultures. So please try to write all the essays using the Peel format on your own. Do not copy from generative AI. You can use your textbook to help you try to construct these essays. Why do I ask you not to tap on generative AI? Because generative AI short circuits your thinking process. It short circuits your generative process. This is a divergent thinking exercise. If you use Gen AI for your homework, I guarantee you are unable to do it on your own when it comes to an exam. So practice training your brain to write your own essays when it comes to SS essays. When it comes to other sorts of assignments or extended essays, yes, Gen AI is helpful, but not for SS essays. I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you here. Hope this lesson has been clear about the Blahblah essay. If you have any questions, you can ask me in class. Have a good day ahead. Goodbye.